In today's episode, trumpets will be played, a hand will spin, and Mr. Stereo Girl will arrive. So, a few days ago, when mindlessly scrolling myself to sleep, I have found a video of a Porsche 928 with its hood open, showing a gas turbine inside. So I did some research. This is a Boeing T50 gas turbine engine that was being used in the Gyrodyne QH50, an ancient helicopter drone made in the 60s to hunt submarines. Well, some crazy mechanic decided to put it into a Porsche 928. And no, it was not some poorly executed swap. It actually drives quite well, gets 70 miles per gallon, can use diesel, still has working air conditioning, and most importantly, has afterburners, as you have seen in the thumbnail. Ironically, the helicopter drone that I mentioned earlier tried the different engines during testing. One of those engines was a flat 4 engine built by Porsche, but due to lack of power, the gas turbine won. Miatas have removable hardtops. They are mounted to 4 latches that need to be adjusted to every Miata for perfect fitment. This guy from the Netherlands didn't do it. By the way, hardtops in the USA cost around $1,500 to $2,000 US. Listen to this and tell me, what car is this? Yes, this is the Dutch edition Dodge Charger Verstappen edition. On a serious note, it blew me away how good this creation sounds and how funny it looks when it drives by. It just doesn't make any sense if you look at it. The more angle and less spins you want in your drift car, the more degrees of steering you need. The solution? Angle kits. Here is how it looks in action. And here is how it looks with a 2JZ swapped BMW E36 with a dedicated drift steer lock kit going ham. This is a device called anti-squat. And no, it's not meant to prevent slabs from squatting in front of the liquor store. It's here to prevent the rear suspension of drag cars to squat under heavy load. Basically, it takes force that would usually go through the coilovers, struts, or like in this case, leaf springs, and puts it through the control arms or suspension linkage. I'm sure you know those big fat dump trucks, and if you're European, you probably also know trams that use overhead contact lines to get power from. Well, as it turns out, you can combine both of these things. There are giant dump trucks that use overhead electricity lines to get power to its electric motors. This reduces the fuel usage from 450 liters per hour to only 40 liters per hour, since the diesel engine only runs at idle. Advantages are better reliability, higher uphill speed, extended diesel engine lifetime, and less emissions, of course. Also, there's experimental roads in Sweden and Germany that use this system on normal trucks. It works basically the same way as I described before. There's a lot of arguments for and against this system. The good stuff obviously being less emissions, the fact that trucks won't need huge batteries since they can be continuously charged, and it's a rather easy solution since we already have the technology and the roads. So there's no need to invent stupid stuff like the Hyperloop. Disadvantages include, but are not limited to, huge costs to build it, the fact that it's too high up for normal cars to use, they require more maintenance which would lead to more traffic jams, and it could prevent rescue helicopters from landing on the highway in the event of a crash. Wowee. Here is one of my biggest fears when driving high horsepower rear-wheel drive cars visualized. Here's why off-roaders are a different breed of car enthusiasts. Here's a cool example why I totally hate cars dealerships. Dealerships. This guy came to an official dealership after getting a big dent in his bed. The dealership quoted $41,000 because they claimed it's necessary to replace the entire bed. But Matt, aka the Dent Slayer on Instagram, proved them totally wrong, without even needing to remove the paint. I highly suggest you watch a full video, it's quite interesting.
$41,000 for this repair. And before you freak out, you have to understand how these vehicles are made. It's more like an SUV. The quarter panel that I'm working on here goes all the way to the rear view side mirror. That just seemed very excessive to the client, and he saw paintless dent removal might be an option. All little imperfections have to be worked out, and that is where the real time.
You think your giant V8 powered car is loud? Well, it got nothing on this Ford Fiesta, screaming at 160 decibels, but in a different way. Another episode, another V8 powered motorcycle. The description of this video states: movies, pictures and history of Sidewinder bikes, Hemi motorcycle, Hemi bike 426, Hemi crazy, Hemi motorcycle, hot Hemi motorcycle, Sidewinder, blown jacket, Hemi motorcycle, V8 bike, V8 motorcycle, V8 Hemi bike. Incredible statement. Anyways, editor, please give us a daram. Here's a quick video showing how much of an advantage motocross bikes that are equipped with an electronic starter can have. This is a F12. No, not the Ferrari. The real F12, please. Yes, this is a super detailed, radio-controlled model of a Farmall F12. And I absolutely love it. It just shows how many different things people are passionate about. And it's still much cooler than the average Genshin Impact fan.
Making way.
And while we are at the topic of miniature things, check out this tiny HighLift jack. It is still probably big enough to lift a Miata too. I'm a grown-ass man, but I would play with this. Muscle car fans, hold yourself together for this one. A 1967 Chevelle with a new crate engine, trumpets and no hood. Yes, please. E.J. Potter, nicknamed the Michigan Madman of motorcycle racing. This is the guy that went 200 miles an hour on a three-wheeled bike powered by a jet engine. But I couldn't find a video about it. Instead, you can enjoy him going 170 miles an hour on a bike, which is powered by a V8 engine. He passed away due to complications with Alzheimer's. However, his bike is still alive. Here it is getting started at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. You think your Supra is impressive for firing flames that are a couple of feet long? That's cute. Three cylinders and a two-stroke cycle. Who would build this? Well, some Swedish car manufacturer, Saab. This is the NASA MRV, which basically means Modular Robotic Vehicle. It is a drive-by-wire vehicle that can control all wheels independently. In my eyes, it is a glorified shopping cart. One thing is for sure, watching this drive around is mind-boggling. By the way, recently I started uploading a lot more on my second channel.
It's the fastest vehicle in its class. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hell. Usain Bolt!
Click here to check it out. Thank you.